constant dopamine hit. And it's funny, I just watched a video on this. This is exactly what that movie, shout out to Sydney Watson. I don't know if you guys have ever seen her channel, but her videos are really good. And she just did a video on this about how Idiocracy, the movie, was like prophetic for what's happening. And like 100%. The point of what all these people, they couldn't take it when they didn't get instant gratification. That was like this is a movie that's ahead of its time. Everything that happened, they needed that instant. If the guy didn't fix the problem, I think it was like of the rain or the plants or something, immediately they like sentenced him to death, which also had to be a spectacle. Everything had to be entertainment. Everything had to be instant gratification. And it looks like we're barreling towards that reality anyway.
Sure. Absolutely. Clay?
What's Brando? Brando's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes. Yes. Yeah, we're almost living in Idiocracy for real. That's such a great point. Yeah, I got to.
Oh, that's right. That's the thing that killed the plants.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. Yeah.
It's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes. Little did they know it was actually salt.
Would have been killed in reality if you tried that. Just saying.
But it's actually happening. People are getting less and less able to not have their screens in front of them. It's a problem.
Yeah. TikTok brain.
TikTok.
The talk of tech. The talk of tech. For the win, any thoughts, sir?
I mean, the MSM is definitely the enemy of the people. That is for sure. But at the same time, you have to use that to your advantage as well, too, to show the people the divide. You can't just tell people that they're a bunch of liars. You actually have to show them what they're doing. And over the next month, we're going to see a lot of stuff, like I was saying before, and that divide is going to be more apparent than ever now. So,
absolutely.
You want me to put on my socks?
Kevin, any thoughts?
Yes, I do have thoughts.
Please.
Taste, touch, audio, sight,
oh, shit.
and scent are the five senses which are used when you use the physical body to perceive your surroundings. The way I receive this is how I think when I'm not online. Some people may look at ESP, the extrasensory perception, and reduce it to woo-woo. I don't live in woo-woo. I know in my spirit, when I'm reading this, when I retain and gain clarity, it's beyond the five senses of my body. To sit with myself, quietly meditate, to feel this is going to sound really gay, the energy of life around me and the death, the rot, decomposition, and rebirth. That's where I gain my clarity. Understanding cycles of nourishment, detriment, starvation, and the emotions which is the anger, the joy, the desire, the repulsion. That's where I gain my clarity in understanding the full breadth as I can perceive my reality around me. Because some people's reality are limited to the five senses, and they don't give themselves the space to exercise the true potential and the abilities which we all have.
Sure, absolutely.
Dude, you should be the voice on like the meditation apps. Right?
The ASMR.
You got a good voice for that.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a reflection of truth.
Sure, absolutely.
Truth.
Scott 17.
Truth. Yes.
Scott 17. Any reaction to the fourth Wiseman?
Well, I think it comes down to, setting your phone down, getting off your computer, like Kevin was saying, going out, touching grass, and get into the real scripted narratives of the Bible.
Sure, absolutely. Easy. My arch nemesis.
Yeah.
My arch nemesis.
You hate me, but I love you. I don't know how that works.
It's a love-hate relationship. Good to see you. And we have one more. Fourth Wiseman comes in again with the Big Ten. and says, all find freedom, peace, and clarity when you're not consistently bombarded with inputs that disturb your essence. Choose where you'd rather be, i.e., in turmoil, hamster wheel, or compelling yourself. Well, myself being in the mode of transportation that I am in most of the time, I would consider myself in a hamster wheel. But anyway, moving on.
I knew where you were going with that, bro.
Thank you, Fourth Wiseman, for the Big Ten. Easy, my arch nemesis. My arch nemesis. I have a bone to pick with you. Gentlemen, while I chew him out, give us just a second. Sir, this is called a speed date. And, I kindly ask you to come up on the job. I can't do this. I can't do it. Easy. It's good to see you, my friend. It is, a pleasure to have you up. I tried, Clay, I tried. I tried. I just couldn't do it. But it's good to see it. Easy. It is good to see you. And we'll have you and Andrew back up if you and we'll get your libtardian. Takes on a lot of things, and hey, we'll get it arranged sometime soon. And I need to learn how to do what Sarah does because I can't keep it all in order.
That's the hardest part, getting all the cameras.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Easy. I have a question for you. Are you into taking the questions? It doesn't look like you waxed today, so we might have some more brain cells. What do you think about what's going on across the bridge right now? And here I will reference this, sir. Easy.
What am I looking at?
You are looking at Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey, sir.
They're protesting ICE. Did something happen
protesting
with
ICE,
or are they just protesting just because? Did something happen?
Can you tell us what their message is?
Does anybody know?
Yeah. Does anybody know? Scott 17, do you know what your message is?
Yeah, they like all the illegal immigrants voting for the Democrats.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So let me ask a question, right? If you're okay with if you're not okay with immigrants coming over unvetted, how can you be okay with law enforcement being unvetted?
Who said anything about okay with illegal immigration?
I like that question though. I'll let my panelists answer that, and then I'm going to answer it. Go ahead, gentlemen.
I'm all about immigration. It's illegal immigration I'm not down with.
Hey, do you mind if I go first?
What's illegal about it?
Hold on one second, Kraut. I'll get to you. Give me just 1 minute.
What was the question?
The question. Clay, help me out here.
Well, let's let Easy respond to Scott. And Easy, just can you as well repeat your question so that as the panelists answer, then they will know for reiteration. That'd be great. Thank you.
Why are you against unvetted immigrants, which would be the illegal immigrants that don't get vetted when they come across the border, but you're not okay, but you are okay with unvetted law enforcement?
What do you mean by unvetted law enforcement?
He's talking about ICE not having any training.
Or
ICE has training, bro.
or real credentials.
Yeah, supposedly they don't have training.
How are you in a law enforcement without credentials or anything like that?
I think what Easy is speaking to, right, sir, is about the incoming folks coming into ICE. They get about 47 days worth of training. Is that what you're asking about?
I'm not asking about it. I'm asking how you're okay with it.
Well, I'm trying to
I mean,
understand your question.
6 weeks of
because
6 weeks
I
of
have
an
never
academy.
I've never met a law enforcement that hasn't been vetted before.
Well, I unfortunately have to say this at very great nauseum. What he's referring to is the unvetted law enforcement in Chicago that we heard that they were this law enforcement officer was in the country without permission, applied for a job.
Oh yeah, I heard this is wild.
As law enforcement in Chicago. They put him through this gentleman, and I do say gentleman very lightly, through training, paid for all of this, never did their due diligence, gave him a pew and a badge and says, go fight crime in our society in Chicago. Yeah.
I'm not okay with that. I'm not, I think, I'm not okay with that either way. I mean, these people that are letting my immigrants become police officers in the first place, I think is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Because if you're not a citizen of the United States, you should not be able to arrest citizens of the United States in the United States.
I think one's like a mayor. There's like a Chinese mayor or something.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. Politics.
Wild.
I mean, look at Ilhan Omar.
I mean, there's Chinese
Sorry,
police
Ilhan
stations
Omar,
as well
point.
too.
Great point.
And I'm not okay with that.
Me neither. She's got to go, bro. She's got to go, man.
So, and you guys are also very okay with quoting the black statistic. I mean, I hear it on every single one of these neckbeard podcasts. That blacks disproportionately commit crimes based off of their per capita population numbers. But did you know that illegal immigrants also commit a disproportionately low amount of crimes compared to their per capita number?
Is that including the illegal immigration?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, forget. Yeah, I know you guys always love to point to that, but they're here already. So
It's
deal
All
with it.
these criminals, except for that one crime, if you loop them together and categorize them based on that crime, they don't
Hold on.
commit any others.
Right.
Easy. That was stupid what you just said. Easy.
Like here's the thing. It's the law. And if you don't like
You're
the
saying
law,
forget about it because they already committed the crime?
there's a process for changing
He's
the
saying
law.
they don't commit further crimes.
If you
that.
don't like the law, that's fine. You cannot like the law, but the law is the law. Now, I don't believe in just turning in your neighbors for the stupid stuff, right? But at the same time, being here illegally, there's a real problem with that. And I'll tell you what the problem with that is, if you're willing to listen. The problem for me is that it's my house. I've reduced things to the ridiculous. Now, I don't have to let you in my house. I don't have to. And if you do come in my house, that's called breaking and entering. If you come on my property, that's called trespassing. And I have every right on my private property to do what I need to do to protect my life, my property. Now, you might disagree with that, again, but that's something that you don't like about the law.
But the Constitution doesn't say that. The Constitution doesn't say citizens. The Constitution says people, or whatever other verbiage it uses. It doesn't say citizens.
Persons.
May I say?
One shot.
May I say what? May I say what I like about illegal?
Yeah, but is it implied if it's the United States Constitution that it's
When you
applied
say the
to United
Constitution,
States?
when you say
No,
the
I would
Constitution,
think that that's applied.
what specifically are you referring to when you say it says persons?
First Amendment, basically the first 10 amendments. Their citizens comes in later on later amendments.
Are there U.S. citizens?
At that time, I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think there was a citizenship process at that point.
But
they accounted for it later.
But are there now?
Sure.
Okay, so that's the law. Okay. And there's a reason why it's the law, and it's the reason I just gave you. It's private property. We the people own this country. We the people, as in the U.S.
An
citizens.
invasion? What makes it not an invasion? Easy. What makes
It's not organized.
Oh,
I have a question about this.
So thieves need to organize how they're going to come into your house before they're actually thieves.
I wouldn't call it an invasion if two separate people showed up on my porch at two separate times. I wouldn't call it an invasion.
No, I'm
You know,
talking about
about
the macro.
20 million.
How is it not an invasion?
So in
We
Florida,
don't,
there is no,
if American citizens don't want them here and they come anyway and take over.
in Florida there is no breaking and entering. It's called burglary, but it's also called home invasion, and there's a reason for that. It's private property. We the people own this country, and when it says "we the people," it's referencing U.S. citizens.
I mean,
Why do
I'm
you
pretty
think
sure
that?
the federal government has utter control over the
Right.
borders, so you wouldn't own the borders.
Well, who does China own the United States?
They can buy farmland according to Trump. and
Does
then he was
China
jailed.
own the entirety of the United States?
No.
Okay, so they're not in We the People. Does Israel own the United States?
Debatable.
No,
Yeah, debatable.
no, they
Yeah, but
don't.
it does say, if you read the next line, in order to form a more perfect union, like they're talking about Americans clearly, like they're not
Hey.
talking about the whole world.
One union.
Can I get in on
The
this?
American
real quick?
states. I think that's the next line. I'm not
The
reading it, but I
states,
think
yes,
that's
the states.
Oh,
Yes, that's why
right.
we have state powers. Now, if those countries want to become part of the United States, there's a process for that. I don't know if you knew that, but yes, there's a process for any territory or other country. Now, we might not accept them because they
Ooh,
don't
good
have
point,
or
Zippy.
share our values and they don't respect our Constitution, but there's a process.
And you know what? Yeah, you're right, Clay. There is a process to everything. And I want to move. I just want
Hey,
to
read Zippy's comment. Pull up Zippy's comment. It's a good one.
I will do that. Just give me 1 second.
It fits.
Kevin, I know you're chomping at the bit over there. I know you have a comment. Go ahead with your comment, sir.
The consideration I have is how illegal immigrants are used in an exploitative manner. That's my crux. Also, to the point of private property. The whole point of the Marxist movement, the socialist movement, is to dissolve private property. So if we lose our foundations of our laws of our country, we are going to what? Give up our republic to people who would take what you've worked for while turning you into another exploited class of individuals. I don't like illegal immigration because it is rife with exploitation. That's my problem with it.
Absolutely. And I just want to remind everybody, please, if you like what we're doing up here and you like how this is going, please like, share, and subscribe over on YouTube. I see we only have 61 red pills over there. If you could just kindly hit the red pill and repost. We've got about another 24 minutes of the broadcast, and we will continue the broadcast if the panelists would like to continue. But I have to say adieu in about 23 minutes over on America Rising. Back to you, gentlemen.
Hey,
Take it
Spin,
away.
The
Can I
point I
ask
was
you
gonna
a
make here,
question, Spin?
real
I kind of
quick
want to
here,
get in
Doc.
on this easy.
Real quick here. I think every single one of us here on the panel would absolutely agree that we should have immigration, given that it's done legally. The problem is that when you allow illegal immigration to happen, what are you saying to the folks that are just waiting in line? That's not fair to them. We have a nation, we have laws. If you don't have a border, you don't have a country, plain and simple.
100%.
Right. Kraut, Mick, I know you've been wanting to weigh in on here. Go ahead, sir. I apologize about the wait.
Nah, I mean, damn near a full panic. Trust me, I understand. You know, New York driving though, sometimes I gotta aggressively push in, right? We all do. Easy. Let me ask you a question. What happens There's somebody in this country that has a visa. What happens to them if they commit a crime, or what could happen to them?
I mean, get arrested. I mean, what's the? Is there more to that question?
No, that's a pretty straightforward question. Why? They can get deported. You know that, right?
So let them get deported then. But could we do it in reverse though?
Well, hold up. I got a second question that'll follow up on that. What happens if a U.S. citizen gets arrested?
They go to jail.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. What happens if a U.S. citizen commits a crime and they go to jail? I had that shit backwards. My fault. Okay, so like the same rights U.S. citizens, and it's we the people are U.S. citizens. I don't know if you're educated enough to realize that, but immigrants, whether they're illegal or on visas, obviously do not have the same rights, nor should they, than U.S. citizens. And I told Effigy this like 2 weeks ago. Rights are abstract. We can take them away. We can gain more rights depending if we, the people, fight for them. Hence the 19th Amendment, hence the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments, and a few other amendments that weren't originally signed in the bill, like the first 9 or 10 or whatever the fuck it was. So, like, when liberals always, it's a right, one, half the time, no, it's not a right. Two, if you base all your morals on rights, you're fucked anyway.
But this is why you're not an American. Because hold on 1 second. Stop. I'm coming in a second. Yeah, that's why you're not an American, though, because the Bill of Rights is not the government giving you rights. It's not an ordainment by the government to do you a favor. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments are God-given rights enumerated by the people, showing the government that we have those rights, not giving us rights.
You're wrong.
When you say give
you're
rights,
wrong.
when you say give rights and
God-given.
take away rights, you're bugging. You're bugging. You're not an American then.
Okay, tell me, what right did God give us?
The right to defend yourself, the right to
wrong. The government gave us that right because we fought the British, and the government realized it's important to give the citizens. We literally fought for every single fucking right that we had, or the government foreseeing a problem in the future because we had to fight the fucking British, so they enacted that right to begin with.
You sound like a bootlicker.
Are you mad because you're not proving me wrong?
No, it's not. Why would that be wrong? The Constitution is we the people, not we the government.
I said we the people are U.S. citizens. Numbnuts, open your liberal ears and listen for a change. Stop listening to MSNBC. Stop listening to the ABC or whatever the fuck.
I don't even pay attention to the news. I don't even know what you're talking about. You see, you think you know, but you don't know. Andrew, am I a Republican or a Democrat? Where's he at?
Sorry, I was muted. He's a troll.
He seems like a troll. Like, God didn't give us any rights. The only right he gave us is the right to live. That's it. He gave us
keep
life.
listening to your government. Keep drinking the Kool-Aid.
I don't listen to my government. You can ask most
wake up in
people
the
on here.
morning.
Spin and Play will tell you I don't trust my fucking government. I don't like my government. I love my country. I hate my government. Like, you still haven't made a case.
You want to live it? I'll live my life the way I want to live it. I don't mind Hispanic people. I don't mind Indians, and I don't mind blacks. I don't mind people that immigrate from other countries. I'm not afraid. Why are you so afraid?
I got two Puerto Rican brothers. But if you're an illegal, get the fuck out of my country. I got two Puerto Rican brothers.
Why are you afraid of them? Why are you afraid of them?
Oh, you want to go into statistics?
What statistics? The fact that they commit 0.01% of crimes? That statistic? Is that a good one?
If they weren't in this country, there wouldn't be any crimes that they committed, right?
Oh no, the 0.01%. So there can't be Look, you all have to be good. There can't be 0.01%. You can't be a human.
Let me ask you something. If murder was 0.01%, would you say forget about it? Murder's okay?
No, murder is never okay, and the crimes they commit is not
okay.
Okay,
then there you go. You just answered your own question,
that you're missing.
You just
answered
your own question.
You're missing.
May I ask something though?
Oh, hold up, Clay. You got me tripping out with that fucking name because I thought I was tripping, Clay. I was like, yo, is that you related to Clay? But go ahead.
Yeah. Is that guy AI? Because I want to look like that when I'm 70.
Who?
You judge another man? I mean, you know, no hate. Just come out and say it.
Gentlemen, it is now 8:45. You know,
oh, come on.
Yes, it is 8:45 already. we've been having fun, and
But wait a minute.
You know,
I really want to hear what Kevin has to say.
I'm going to give. I'm going to give final thoughts, and we are going to start with Kevin. Kevin, give
Easy.
us your final thoughts and your infamous wisdom, please.
Well,
sir.
I'm not going to give too much wisdom. I kind of need to know. Easy. What is your assessment of people who are here illegally being exploited? I mean, I didn't hear you actually rebut or give anything when I was making my commentary earlier, so I'm really curious. What is your take on the exploitation factor, regardless of crimes committed, which you have your statistics, and that's great. What is your take on exploitation of those who are here illegally?
First of all, I want to be you when I grow up. Honestly, that's like, you look fucking amazing, bro.
You are very perceptive. Thank you. But go on. Yes.
Secondly, I mean, the exploitation of anyone is completely wrong. So,
right.
I would say that that's the negative. But where did they come from? That Andrew said it all the time. Why do they come here? Why do they come here? They come here because it's a better situation than where they were before. So
yes, understood.
If they feel, and now you're speaking to people's feelings. Do they feel exploited? Is it a better situation that they were in? You know, exploitation to us is different than exploitation to them in their own countries.
It is,
so I would say let them come here and have a sanctuary.
And okay, and under the definition as we have in this country of what is exploitation, and understanding what exploitation is, and if a person comes from a bad situation where their definition of exploitation may not match ours, but we understand what exploitation is at a humanitarian level, how do we prevent the people who are here illegally from being further harmed by those who would exploit them if we cannot track them and we cannot help them achieve a better life?
I don't like the unvetting, and I think it works against the immigrant more than it works against the United States. I think that they should be vetted and given a path to citizenship. Like, I don't think that there should be this robust system of like not letting people in. I think there should be a more robust system of letting them in, robust system of letting people in to do it legally, and give them a path to like a real good life. Like, their kids. Like, I grew up with a lot of their children, and they became super successful, beautiful, wonderful people. And that's why I can't get on board with the kick them all out scenario, because even though their parents were exploited, working 20 hours a day to give them a better life, they turned out to be some of the leaders of one of the biggest and best cities in the United States.
I feel you. I feel you. I can't subscribe to everything. However, I can feel where you're coming from on that. Life sucks.
At least we got one reasonable person here.
Yeah, not easy. You're on fire tonight, man. You fucking must have did your homework.
Go ahead, Clay.
No, well, you know, the thing about the immigration and all that, and the Constitution being full of rights and all that, like, I do want to clarify that there are things that are considered natural or God-given rights, whereas there are rights that you are granted by the government, right? But depending on what they are, right, they can either be constitutional rights, or they can be some rights that some other government gave you. But in America, okay, specifically life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which are actually in the Declaration, are in fact understood by pretty much everyone to be solid, God-given or natural rights. Whereas, you know, you could make the claim that like, I don't like states' rights. I don't like that. I think that it produces a warring between the people and the states. on what rights actually are. So you could make a claim that perhaps those aren't natural or God-given rights, but they are state rights. I mean, that's literally what they're called. So, it's something in between, right? That's what I would say.
Sure, absolutely. Kraut, your final thoughts, final comments, sir.
I got two quick ones. Clay, the first time I ever joined these panels, me and you had a disagreement on executions. It was very cordial. I think one day we should set up a debate on rights. We're both respectful. We were both pretty cordial. One of the first times I was on this panel. But
yeah,
all of that said, yeah, like I would disagree with Clay mostly for his final comments. I think the only right that God gave us naturally is the right to life. He literally created life. All other rights, basically, we had to fight for it. And if we don't keep using our rights, like I think Clay did state that earlier, if we don't advocate our rights, we will lose them. And I don't know what he's on. Maybe he is a troll, but he was saying some outlandish stuff I can't even touch on my final comments. But that's it. That's all I got.
Absolutely. Thank you. And the Scratching is released over on the America Rising Media channel on pilled.net. Make sure you get in there and get to Scratching. Andrew, our special guest of the evening.
I'm here, sir.
You, sir.
Yeah, I'm just happy that Easy showed up, and it looks like he came prepared tonight, at least from his own side. And I'm glad that he's here. And everybody's here. It was a very good show. I'll definitely be back. I'm sure he will be too. Thank
Absolutely.
you for having us.
Absolutely. For the win, sir. What say you, sir?
Yeah, like I said before, if you don't have a border, you don't have a country. There's a duty that the government has to its citizens before anybody else. And to Easy's point here, you mentioned, sir, a robust system of allowing these people in. And my question to you is it a robust system having just an open border and having 20 million people come across it and being flown into this country based on the people that were running the country, allowing an invasion to happen? Is that a robust system? Because you're right that there should be a robust system for legal immigration where folks are vetted and allowed to be able to come in. We're not going to let in murderers, rapists, people that aren't going to do any benefit for our society. But my question simply is, was that a robust system allowing people to come across the border in that fashion?
It was completely mishandled. I mean, it was completely mishandled. And I think that the refugee statuses that they have are a good thing. And I think that it shouldn't be that difficult to document people as they cross the border and to make it a friendly process as opposed to like an arduous trekking that, if their country doesn't want them to leave, then I can understand it being arduous on that side. But our side should be welcoming with open arms and hugs and kisses and all kinds of love, because these could be the next doctors or cancer curers or the next AI prompt programmers and immigrants work hard, man. That's why they say, we need the immigrants for the factories, because, the U.S. hasn't produced anything in how long? If they start opening up all those closed factories in the Midwest, are you going to work there? You're not going to work there. So give somebody who's coming from a worse situation an opportunity to become a rich American, like what we do for everyone else.
Absolutely. And I want to get over to Rumble for just 1 second. I apologize. I missed a comment. Ascending Proof says, we have systems in place for immigration. 7 years to become a citizen. Immigrants strive to adopt our culture and become American, like speaking American, coming in lawfully through a port of entry. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
Can I ask Easy one more question?
Yep, we have about 6 minutes. Yes.
Easy. Who's getting deported?
Who's getting deported? What does it matter? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, you always have these two-part questions that then are like a haha, I gotcha moment when you come to the second
pretty
question.
easy
What's
to
the
answer
second
that question, Easy.
Who's getting deported? I have
Yeah.
no idea who's getting deported. Do you know who's getting deported?
So what are you even arguing for? Yeah, I know who's getting deported. Illegal
Usually the
immigrants
criminals.
and people
I
that
don't care if they
overstay
get
their
deported.
visa.
I want them let in. That's all.
Listen, you're misunderstanding. We have a system. The people getting deported are illegal immigrants and people that overstayed their visa. If the illegal immigrants came in here legally, they wouldn't have a problem. If the people holding visas that did that whole shit, whatever, how long, 5, 7 years, they got to reinstate their visa or whatever it is, and they did that, they wouldn't get deported. They're not doing the system the way it was designed. Your whole argument is like it's stupid.
The way the system was designed is stupid. But you love the government, so I mean that's so for you
No,
you
I
love
love
it.
my
But
country.
you love the
Well,
government.
And I
Well,
don't want
enjoy-
MS-13's members coming on my country and invading that shit like they did that apartment complex 3 years ago. But you don't know about that, huh?
Yeah, that was all fake. And then the Hells Angels
Yeah,
went
of
there, and you know
course
what they
it's fake.
found? They
Of course
found
it's fake.
nobody. That's what they found there. They found nobody.
Dude, there's video footage of them overrunning that fucking apartment complex, bro.
And were they hardworking illegal immigrants, or were they gang members? So you see, you're using the wrong metric. You're using the illegal immigrant metric instead of the criminal metric. So
They
yeah, can
were
illegal
illegal
immigrants be
immigrants?
They
criminals?
were
Yes, but at a
illegal
very,
immigrant gang
very,
members.
very low rate.
Illegal
This guy's
immigrant
trolling.
gang
He's gotta be
members.
trolling.
At a very,
Yeah,
very, very low rate.
enjoy not having those extra 20 million votes that were going to be Democrat votes. Your party's out of power. Tough luck. Cry hard.
There wasn't even 20 million
I
support
meetings at the
Trump.
border.
President Trump. What do you mean
Where do you
party?
get this 20 million number from? Actually, like I've checked so much. Where do you get the 20 million from?
Is that the dude that claimed maps ain't a thing? The dude that just talked like a while ago? Yeah.
What did I say?
You claim maps wasn't a thing when I think Coffee and Clay were talking about
I
it.
said
He
it was
like,
never
"It's not a
co-opted
thing."
by any LGBTQIA plus party. Never.
Yeah, why do you think so many actual transition people from that community stepped away from that shit? Because it's full of fucking rainbow predators now.
What are you talking about?
I just said what I'm talking about.
No, like what are you talking about specifically? Why do you think so many? Like, where's the proof of this?
Sure,
I'm right here. I'm right here.
I'm not saying
Coffee,
not
go ahead and
just you,
speak
not
up,
just
Coffee,
you. There are
about
other.
this.
I mean, like widespread actual proof. Like, of course, people are going to step away. I'm not denying that. I am not
Coffee,
denying
you got
that
this. I'll
people
let you
step
step
away
in.
from groups and movements and parties. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying I don't think it was widespread, like you're saying.
I mean, ask Coffee.
I
Do you want to answer him?
understand coffee's right there. I'm just saying it's not as widespread as you're saying.
I will
But
tell
I mean, the
I'm-
fact that they
I'm
left
paying
the
myself.
community for
I'm
that
paying.
region to tell you something. Maps, they were definitely trying to push maps, bro. Regardless
They
of not.
were not. Matt,
All right,
like,
guys.
what?
Okay.
So let's do this. Okay. I want to make sure that before we end up closing out for the American Rising Media, that we give everybody their opportunity for last statement. Cameron and Scott, I think that both of you are the only ones we haven't gotten to yet. Let's go ahead and give Cameron his last comment here, last statement, if you could, please, and thank you.
This was a great panel, regardless of anything. But I do think this was a great conversation to have, and thank you, Spin, for hosting, and Bricks or Clay. Sorry.
Absolutely, no problem. I've had a good time as well. Thank you so much. And Scott,
I'm gonna give it to Easy for joining the panel against all the odds there that is there. That's about all I'll give it to him.
Against all the whites?
White man, the devil against the devil.
I think we just all need to get back to our roots. I will say, I know several immigrants who came here legally. Those legal immigrants are not able to get welfare. They're not able to ask for any kind of physical help when it comes to financial issues, or they have to go back. But yet, when we come in here illegally, these states are giving these illegals all this funds that we as American citizens can't get. So I think we just all need to get back into the Holy Bible.
Very good.
Final words.
Yeah. Thank you, Scott. And thank you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everybody in the back. We are going to do our final thoughts on the panel. I want to again thank everybody, especially Andrew and the late but ever so sure Bald Easy for coming up. And we will do this again very soon next week. And you know what? You know what I think I'm going to do? You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to do a part 2 to this next week. I think I'm sure Brick and I will come up with something like-minded or a part 2 to this saga and drama. And always, folks, I much appreciate you coming in. I'm going to go ahead and put everybody in the back. If everybody will stay in the back, we will do our outro after we end the stream and the outros have played. And maybe we'll play some more. Maybe I'll start another stream and we can just go at it. How's that? So give me just a few minutes. I will get us out. Gentlemen, stick around. We'll be right back. Clay, oh Clay, oh Clay.
There you go. I'm gonna say,
yeah. We have speed dates, right? And it messes everything up, and I try to fix it. I do. I really do. Clay, I want to welcome you to the America Rising Media family on The Panelist on, obviously, America Rising Media. I want to thank you because obviously we've been talking about this, and obviously it's a good outpost, and it's a little bit of a change of what we're used to. Sir, your final thoughts on The Panelist on America Rising Media.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Spin City, for hosting this. Thank you to the America Rising Media family out there. Thank you to our special guest, Mr. Dragon Fist TV, Andrew. Thank you to all the rest of the panelists who came up. Thank you to Mr. Easy, who came in opposition and providing those opposing arguments. We definitely need that as well. And thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody who's watching, and thank you to those donors. We really appreciate you guys. You guys have made this show possible as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Clay, I want to say, stay safe, Patriots. Keep the dream alive. It will get better soon. Until later, America, we will see you later.
Every seat got a fighter, every point got a stake. Keep points, keep grins, then the volume goes high. One more hot take and somebody might fly. Hands up, here we go again. Talk real loud, let the chaos begin. Side to side and the truth gets loud. Spin City calls it out. Right there in the crowd, the panelists on America Rising Media. The panelists on America, hey, Rising Media. Untouched. He leans in close, then he cuts to the chase. A raised eyebrow hit right across his face. One says yes, one says no in a flash. He turns that heat up like he wants it to clash. A finger in the air and the debate goes wild. Every argument sharp, every answer style. He laughs, he sways, then he hands up the mic. The whole room buzzes like a match in the night. Hands up, here we go again. Talk real loud, let the chaos begin. Side to side and the truth gets loud. Spin City calls it out. Right there in the crowd, the panelists on America, hey, Rising Media. The panelists on America, woo, Rising Media.
live on the web. All of our show times for all of our exclusive content and shows. You can check out all the ARM channels and all the America Rising Media podcasters. AmericaRising.media. And that's not all. You can find all of our exclusive content on all of our platforms linked up as well at the click of a button. You can check out our scheduling, see when our shows are, find out what's going on, get in touch with all of our social media. Changes will be announced on our website or, of course, on our Telegram, t.me, America Rising. Also support us, independent media, independent patriot media. This is our merch store. Get armed. Peacefully, of course. Thank you for all of your support. You can also find links to all of our videos, Wicked Age, and all their music, exclusively on our website. Sean's videos, my videos, all the exclusive content, and of course, links directly to pill.net, our flagship. Also, Getter, X, Truth Social, all of our social media. We are America Rising Media. You can find us at America Rising